Hi friends, this is my famous windmill. She's not going around at the moment, but she has been. The wind's only just stopped, of course. When I pulled out the camera, I think she got a little camera shy. But you know, she obviously goes when it's windy, and it has to be a certain place because of where she is. So because she's here down from there, I find when it's a southwest, so when it's coming from the south, which is that direction, she doesn't go around at all. But when she's coming from the east here, woo, I tell you, she goes crazy. And it's because of her positioning. I am definitely going to get a solar pump on her as well, because I found on the cooler days, so on a really hot day, we would get a great easterly in the afternoon or at night time when you were sleeping. So this would keep this girl spinning. So I'd get up in the next morning and have water. Where on the 30, so that was on the 37, 38, 39, you know. But on the 30-degree days and the 29-degree days and the 31-degree days, you know, somewhere around there was no wind, so she wouldn't spin, but it was still warm. So I'm definitely going to get solar, so then doesn't matter what happens, I've always got water. So the first thing she does is what happens is, can you see that rod? It's such a shame that it's not going up and down so you can see. But see that rod in the middle there that goes right up? That goes deep into the ground. And every time that goes up and down, it pumps water to a pipe below the ground, and then it goes all the way up the hill to my tanks. I don't think you can see them. Up there. Can you hear that cow in the background? Doesn't sound good, does it? I think cows just make that noise every now and again. So she travels up a long way. Now this morning when I woke up, sorry, the neighbours are a little noisy today, aren't they? Shush cows, I'm trying to do a video. This morning when I woke up, I get up about 6 and there were 5 massive kangaroos down here eating. And you can see why, because it is lovely. I mean, you're probably thinking, oh, Pam, it's dead. But compared to, you know, what's out there, which is interesting, that really green part, they weren't there. But it does make sense that they were close to the windmill, because the reason the windmill's there is because someone would have come out and drilled and seen where the closest water was. And it does make sense because just here is my beautiful dam down that bank, and then that is my beautiful brook down there, and that goes down, oh gosh, a good 150 meters down that paddock down there. So, you know, there's definitely water around, definitely. And how are all these big gum trees, you know, staying alive? Oh look, she's spinning a little tiny bit. And then each side of my windmill is troughs, water troughs, and they're for the animals. And this round one, the black cockatoos, I get the red-tailed black cockatoos, and they come and sit and have a drink and chat before they go and nest in these trees up here for the night. And I have about 20 of them that nest every night up in those trees. It is just beautiful. And then this big long one here, the kangaroos just love. And again, you know, I don't understand why around all this water you wouldn't have plants and shrubs and stuff. So I am definitely going to be planting as much as I can around this water, because that will keep the water cool as well. And we will be taking down this very, very, very long fence. So everybody can move around the property freely. So that's the scarp up there. See how dry she looks. We're supposed to be getting rain next week, so that's why I'm doing so much filming, so you can just see it at its worst, and then you can see it at its best. But she's a dry girl. She really is a dry girl. I can see the changes though. Like the birds were out, so many birds were out this morning, and like so many, and for ages. And there's, you know, there's green popping up everywhere. There's dandelions popping up in this very barren paddock. You know, there's just animals are on the move. Kangaroos are out. Like, you know, there were 5 large kangaroos out for ages this morning. And there's just these little tiny, tiny signs to say it's changing. It really is changing. I really can see it myself. And because I don't have any air conditioning or anything, I am really exposed to the elements as well. There goes the cows again. So I really feel the heat, and I really feel, well, I don't actually feel the cold. I think because when it's cold here, you want to be out in this, and honestly, you wait till you see this all green and lush. Oh, it is so pretty. And that valley up there, oh my gosh, that in winter is just so pretty. And my dam fills right up to the brim. It actually nearly overflows. It is just gorgeous. And the scarp, she's all green and gorgeous. The paddocks are all green. Like, everything is just beautiful. That's a magpie singing in the background. Oh, he's stopped. So there you are. There's another part of my beautiful happy farm. Did I tell you how much I love living here? And I am loving documenting what I'm doing, how it looks, you know, at her worst, and what we can do, because you can do this in your country, in your neighbourhood, you know, in your street, in your house. You honestly, there's nothing like you can cut the piece of an onion out and grow an onion. You can, you know, do that with a tomato slice and, you know, put the seeds in a thing and start growing a tomato. So there is so many things that you can do that are so simple that will make such a difference to this world. And as I say all the time, every little bit matters. Don't think, oh, you know, oh, it's going to be too big a job to do. I'll just leave it. Just start. Just start doing one little thing. Pick up one stick, one branch, you know, plant one seed, you know, go to the local nursery and just buy one native plant. Just one. You know, everything starts with one. I mean, you look around at all of these big trees, they all started as a little tiny, tiny tree. So we all started tiny, and we just got bigger and better as we go. But along the way, every little bit mattered. Every little bit that you do. Especially your environment. And that's why I really want to put more things in this environment, because these trees can only be as good as their environment. So if I pack this with plants and bushes and all native, and seeds and grasses, native grasses, you watch it come alive, and then you see the beauty that can happen when you are in a great environment. You shine. Have a beautiful day, remembering, like my windmill, you shine. You're amazing. We actually couldn't live here without you. Have a beautiful day, remembering just how important you are to this. Have a beautiful day. Bye.